Coach?
Yeah, obviously a tough loss, frustrating loss. You know, we've had two now, and we just can't play team football. Can't bring it together. One side of the ball has highlighted moments, and the other side, you know, stumbles and you know, some missed opportunities. And then, you know, you try to look inward and after every game, and you know, we got to continue to do the same. I know we got a locker room that's hurting. I feel like it's, you know, there's always I guess a common feel in the locker room after a loss, but you know, these guys, I have no doubt in my mind that they poured everything into the preparation. You know, just frustrated we can't get over the hump.
Thanks, Coach. Start with John here on the right.
Kalen, on that 4th and 22 call, what was the thought process behind that?
Well, I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that can go, you know, for you. I mean, it's either way, it's going to be a punt, and you're going to get the ball back, you know, if you stop them, and you're going to have a touchdown either way on our end. If we can just hold to a field goal, you're going to have to get a stop on 3 straight plays, use your 3 timeouts, and so you know, it can go both ways, right? But you're more than likely, if you stop them, going to get the punt back and have to go the length of the field anyway. And so, you know, you're getting yourself one more play, and you know, they did a good job checking in and out of something. You know, it's a chance for us. I know what it looks like when you watch it, but there's a game plan reason, you know, where we would do something where I understand where you're throwing short to the sticks as well. So, you know, hats off to them. They played it the way they needed to, adjusted, and you know, I couldn't burn a timeout, you know, when we're in that situation, because I knew we needed a 3 for the next play, or for the defensive sequence when we got to that.
Nick?
Yeah, penalties improved some in the second half, but what do you think is leading to some stumbles in that?
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. Sorry, it's a little bit of everything, right? It's false starts, you know, just getting off to a rough start there, and you know, then there's a couple more intermixed in there. There's some mental mistakes. You know, it's you know, the two games, right, earlier in the year and this one, you just can't get over the hump, and it's going to put you in situations where you got your backs to the wall, and you can't kill ourselves like that. There's times where you see like we're locked in, but we got to be better. We got to be better. There's no question. I mean, you can't win a football game when you have mistakes like we had out there and all the penalties.
Go ahead, Colin.
All right, Kalen, what did you see out of Justice and Jam this evening, and kind of what led to the struggles there running the ball and kind of forcing the response to
they're a physical defense up front. You know, we have to have a mix of run and pass, and you know, trying to use JML in the run game as well. You know, but just trying to get a flow, trying to find times where you can get in a rhythm. The penalties hurt us, you know, to where you're behind the sticks, and you know, trying to stay patient. You're trying to even at the end, not the last drive, but the second to last drive, try to stay with it. You know that if you just put one play on top of the other, you know, you can move the ball down the field. But there's just that when you don't have the explosives, it's just too hard to stack plays a whole length of the field. You have to have some type of explosive play.
Go to the left side, Alex.
This is a program that's not accustomed to losing a couple games at this point in the season, players that are not accustomed to it. What's your message to them coming out of something like this that frankly they're just not used to?
Yeah, I mean, I told them in there, I mean, these are the speeches I'm not good at, you know, and you know, there's inward, you know, that you gotta look inward first, and make sure, you know, that everything you're doing is right, and then, you know, anyone that you sense that that has any type of questioning, you got to make sure you bring them with. And the thing I know that with our guys, there's enough vets that know exactly what you're talking about, to where it eats at them, and we got to continue to mesh the vets with the new guys, the ones that need to continue to understand what this program stands for and what it's all about. You know, I don't question the fight. I mean, I don't question the prep. I don't question the work that was put in. These guys, you know, came ready, and Tuesday's practice was great as far as the energy, and really felt like we were on track each and every day. But we just can't mesh right now, the offense and defense together, and play great team football. There's times when we've got to be able to separate ourselves and have that killer instinct. And right now, you know, we don't do that. It's not like they're not trying. It's just the execution needs to be better. And you know, one play can kill an offensive drive. You know, and then defense does a nice job, and then they get into their tempo, which we knew, you know, if we kept on to that rhythm, we'd be all right. They got into it there the third quarter, and you know, it's tough to stop. It starts with running the football for them.
Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, I know we talked to you about getting Brian Williams the ball and the emphasis on that. I think he had something like 20 targets. Is there a worry that there was too much of a reliance or too much of trying to maybe force him the ball today?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think that some of them, there is an intentional element to making sure he's part of the game plan, and then some of it was just you know, the progressions and where it ended up. You know, unfortunately, we just had a couple misses. Right, we hit one or two of those. You know, the interception early in the game. You know, we had a good little rhythm right there. I mean, some of those hurt, but you have to have confidence in your players to continue to go back and go make the next play. We obviously have a lot of belief in every one of our players. You know, he's a guy that can go make those plays anytime, so we got to continue to make sure he's a strong part of the game plan.
Last question here, Ryan.
Coach, we've struggled the last few games, but with a lot of football left to play. What's the message to the fan base after this loss?
Well, I told the guys, and so you know, the message to them is, you know, get back after it and get to work, and first of all, do some soul searching, right, and look inward. And I know there's enough guys that still believe, that still want to, you know, go do what we want to do. You know, there's a lot of season left for not just us, but everyone. And it's going to go fast. If we don't take advantage of it, that urgency's got to be there. There's no question. And you know, we get a chance to get back home, but we got to go to work first before we play that game and find a way to take the next big jump. You know, a lot of guys that we got to now incorporate into schemes offensively, defensively, just with some guys going down. So you know, they're getting an opportunity right now too to help build depth. But we got to make the plays to go win right now, and that's where we're just falling short. So you know, make sure our minds are right, make sure our heart's in the right place, and then all I know is that you just go back to work. That's the only thing you can do, and that's what we've always done, and that's what these guys, you know, just having a talk in the locker room, really firmly believe that that's what they want to do too. So, you know, don't lose belief in these guys, because there's a lot of guys making some big sacrifices in ways that, you know, you'll never know. People will never know because they just keep plugging away, and it might be physical things and stuff like that, but you know, they're working hard, and they have a lot of pride in who they are individually and who we are as Alabama.
Thank you, Coach. We'll be joined shortly with